Psalm 23 has got to be one of the most powerful prayers ever written, offering comfort to people for thousands of years. But what makes it so incredible is that its author, King David, wasn't just royalty. He started out as a shepherd. He actually lived this metaphor. So let's unpack what that really means. So it kicks off with this line that almost everyone knows. A simple, powerful statement of complete trust. But don't let that simplicity fool you. There's a whole world of meaning packed in there. And right away, it makes you ask a pretty big question. So why? For 3,000 years, why has this one idea resonated so deeply with so many people? Well, the secret sauce really is its brilliant structure. See, the psalm isn't just a random list of nice promises, it's a journey. It literally walks us from a place of total peace to a place of ultimate security, and it does it all through the eyes of a sheep being cared for by a good shepherd. All right, let's dive into the first part of that journey, which starts with the shepherd's promise. And what we see right away is that this isn't just about one kind of care, it's about a complete cycle that takes care of the whole person. Yeah, this lays it all out perfectly. The psalm opens by promising to meet our most basic, fundamental needs. First up, the physical, I shall not want. Then it moves to our emotional needs, our need for peace and calm, which we see in the green pastures and still waters. And finally, it gets to our spiritual core, with the incredible promise that He restores my soul. It's like a total spiritual reset. I mean, it's a vision of complete and total peace. Okay, but just when we're feeling all peaceful and comfortable, the whole scene shifts. The journey takes a really dramatic turn. We leave those green pastures and we enter a place of crisis. And honestly, this is where the true genius of the player just shines. Now, pay close attention to what this verse is not saying. It doesn't promise that the valley will just disappear or that we get some special path to go around it. No, the promise is something way more powerful. It's God's presence with us, right in the middle of it. The darkness is real, but the fear, it's gone. And the reason why is hidden in this subtle but incredibly powerful change. Right at that moment, as the psalmist steps into that dark valley, something fascinating happens in the language of the prayer. It's a tiny little shift in the grammar that completely transforms the entire relationship with the shepherd. And here it is. This is the big moment. For the first 3 verses, David is talking about God in the third person. He leads me. He restores my soul. But the second that danger appears, bam, it shifts. It becomes a direct, intimate, face-to-face conversation. For you are with me. The whole dynamic changes from a description about God to a dialogue with God at the exact moment it's needed the most. So what about this rod and staff he mentions? A lot of people get this wrong. These aren't tools for punishment. The rod was a shepherd's weapon, basically a heavy club used to fight off predators and protect the flock. And the staff, with that classic hook on the end, that was used for gentle guidance and for rescuing a sheep that had fallen or gotten stuck. So together, they're this perfect symbol of both powerful defense and gentle personal care. Okay, so just follow the journey here. We've made it through the valley. And where do we end up? Not in some quiet recovery room resting up. Nope. We walk right into a scene of bold public triumph. I mean, just stop and think about how audacious, how wild this image is for a second. This isn't some secret meal you're having, hiding from your enemies. No way. This is a full-on feast, a banquet, being held right in front of the opposition. The message couldn't be clearer. God's blessings aren't fragile or hidden. They are displayed boldly, even while hostility is staring right at you. And the blessings at this table, they're just over the top, completely extravagant. The anointing with oil was a sign of being an honored guest, a symbol of being set apart, of being healed. And the overflowing cup, that represents a grace that isn't just enough to get by, it's wildly, lavishly abundant. This is so far beyond just simple survival. All right, so this incredible journey is wrapping up with the final verse. And believe me, it holds one last absolutely stunning reveal that might just change how you think about divine grace entirely. We've all heard that line, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me. And we usually picture it as this gentle, passive thing, right? Like they're just kind of trailing along behind us. But the original Hebrew word used here is so much more intense. Its true meaning changes everything. It all hinges on this one Hebrew word, radaf. And radaf doesn't just mean to follow. Its real meaning is to hunt, to chase, to relentlessly and actively pursue. So just let that sink in. God's goodness and mercy aren't just tagging along behind you, they are actively, powerfully, and energetically hunting you down. And where does this incredible chase, this relentless grace lead? It all culminates in the ultimate promise of security. The journey ends not with a temporary visit, but with a permanent residence, a secure, eternal home in the shepherd's presence. The whole cycle we've been talking about, provision, protection, and now ultimate security, it's finally complete. So, in the end, the psalm leaves us with this one massive, perspective-shifting question. What if grace isn't something you have to struggle to find? What if it's a relentless force that is actively, lovingly, and powerfully finding you